Welcome to the EverSky Developer Diary. So this week there's been quite a lot of work involved in managing internal data in the engine. What I'm really after for EverSky is that the systems will be dynamically updated, which means that a lot of data will come from a central server somewhere and will update the game in terms of the regions that you play in and the items that you can craft and things in the world in general. So in a way it's a little bit like an MMO when you see MMOs updating and being expanded and those kind of things. It's a similar kind of thing but in a single player context. And in order to do that I had to switch from using a single sort of XML template file to a series of database entries. Basically we use an internal database inside the engine to store most of the important data, and what's going to happen is that that important data obviously needs to be updated. So right now I've made it so that the internal database kind of is where all of the central data is stored, and it imports that from local files on the machine. So hopefully we should be able to mod the actual game itself through this context. What that actually means in terms of development is that you get a lot of systems tying into this. So most systems hit the database for things like what's in your inventory, and I've been playing a lot with the inventory and trade systems. So what you're really going to see is that you'll be able to sort of edit the world. So you'll be able to craft new things, and I'll be able to push new items to craft through the central server, and you'll see those kind of new things popping up occasionally in your game. And it's important to know that these kind of things might even be specific to a subset of users. So not everybody will have the same experience, and that's kind of the fun of this, is that eventually we're going to have an AI director that controls the game, but a lot of that kind of stuff is centrally managed via this server system. So on some of the other works I've been doing, one of the things that I've been looking at is how you get around the world, because right now building the world is a bit of a pain, and you can see some of the images in the background as I've been playing with it. So what I've been doing is tying these systems in and sort of thinking about editing, and I've also been thinking about, well, maybe you need other than just the vehicles to get around, so you actually need to be able to sort of do short hops between land fragments or other kind of structures that you live on. So I added quickly added a jetpacking kind of thing, and you'll see that the jetpack is basically just the secondary function of a red gun right now. But the idea is pretty simple, and you'll get some feedback on the UI eventually that you're jetpacking around, and that's kind of the important stuff, I think. I guess hopefully I'll show you the sort of the user interface for a lot of these kind of internal systems shortly. But you can see that you can edit the world, and some of that will be physics based eventually when I redo the physics engine, so you'll be able to sort of create your own shelters and those kind of things. And I did a quick test with one of my own little art pieces in there. It looks rubbish, of course, but it feels like it should work that way. So basically you'll be able to create a lot of structures for yourself if you just want to sort of settle on an island and create structures out of the junk that you find there. There's quite a lot of probably not very visible work gone into this one, so hopefully by the next time we'll be able to show some more of this kind of stuff in action and how that feeds into the gameplay. So I hope to see you next time, and obviously get in touch if you're interested, and I'll let you know more. If you want anything, just give me some feedback on Twitter or via the website. Thank you.